मैं हूँ ब्रह्म स्वरूप, कोई कोई जाने रे मेरा सतचित आनंद रूप, मेरा सतचित आनंद रूप, कोई कोई जाने रे। राधा रमण हरि बोल, जय जय राधा रमण हरि बोल, जय जय राधा रमण हरि बोल, जय जय राधा रमण हरि बोल। राधे 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 राधे। होलिका के गोद में बैठे जब ही प्रहलाद थे, लकड़ियों को रख रहे चारों तरफ जल्लाद थे। भस्म कर दो लफ्ज हिरणाकुश के उनको याद थे, फिर भी कोई गम न था, नन्हे भक्त बड़े दिल साध थे। जब भयानक आग का चारों तरफ जलवा हुआ, तो हंस करके प्रहलाद ने केवल इतना ही कहा, राधे 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 राधे। अच्छा भगवान तेरी मर्जी, अच्छा भगवान तेरी मर्जी, अच्छा भगवान तेरी मर्जी, अच्छा भगवान तेरी मर्जी, अच्छा भगवान तेरी मर्जी। दुनिया की माया में फंसकर हर समय दुख पा रहा, कर्मों की भुगतान का चोटों पे चोट खा रहा। माया के प्रभाव से मन है भरमाता जा रहा, सुख का मार्ग अंधी आंखों से नजर नहीं आ रहा। हर ताकत जीव की जब काम आने से रहा, तो हंस करके माथे पे नाशाद होकर यह कहा, तो हाथ रख कर माथे पे नाशाद होकर ये कहा, अच्छा भगवान तेरी मर्जी, अच्छा भगवान तेरी मर्जी, अच्छा भगवान तेरी मर्जी। हर तरफ ही मान और इज्जत का बजता साज है, सीने में कीना भरा है, ये कपट का ये राज है। धन लगाकर भी अगर मकसद अधूरा ही रहा, उस वक्त गमगीन दिल से निकलती है ये सदा, अच्छा भगवान तेरी मर्जी। उसकी मर्जी में बसर कर, इसमें तेरा मान है, इसमें है तेरी भला और तेरा कल्याण है। प्रभु की कृपा से दुनिया में तेरी शान है, उसके रखने से ही रह सकती तुम्हारी मान है। मुख में उसका शुक्र कर ले, अरे मन को समझाए जा, अरे दुख भी आ जाए तो बंदे प्रेम से ये गाए जा, अच्छा भगवान तेरी मर्जी, अच्छा भगवान तेरी मर्जी। प्रभु जी भगवान तेरी मर्जी, अच्छा भगवान तेरी मर्जी। मीरा ने कीर्तन का जब किया प्रचार था, उस समय भी निंदकों का दिल बड़ा बदकार था। देख कर प्रभाव भक्ति का वे कपटी सह न सके, राणा के आगे चुगली करने से वे रह न सके। जब राणा ने जहर पीने को दिया, घूंट भरकर जहर का मीरा ने केवल इतना ही कहा, अच्छा भगवान तेरी मर्जी, अच्छा भगवान तेरी मर्जी, अच्छा भगवान तेरी मर्जी, अच्छा भगवान तेरी मर्जी, अच्छा भगवान तेरी मर्जी। होलिका के गोद में बैठे जब ही प्रहलाद थे, लकड़ियों को रख रहे चारों तरफ जल्लाद थे। लफ्ज कर दो भस्म कर दो, लफ्ज हिरणाकुश के उनको याद थे, फिर भी कोई गम न था। नन्हे भक्त बड़े दिल साध थे। जब भयानक आग का चारों तरफ जलवा हुआ, तो हंस कर के प्रहलाद ने केवल इतना ही कहा, अच्छा भगवान तेरी मर्जी, अच्छा भगवान तेरी मर्जी, अच्छा भगवान तेरी मर्जी। प्रभु चाह में चाह मिलाने को भगवान की भक्ति कहते हैं। अरे जीते जी मर जाने को भगवान की भक्ति कहते हैं। तेरी मर्जी सदा जुबानों रटिए, तेरे पर ही रख भरोसा और वे दिन पे कटिए। अरे एक न मानी जिंदगी मेरी, अरे लागे फिकर हजारा, अरे रुला दिता अनमोल चोरा, अरे मेरे रिश्तेदारां। अकल मेरी यह कामना आए देख के धुमन तेरी, अरे जो होना हो होए दुनिया में, अरे जो हो मर्जी तेरी प्रभु जी, जो हो मर्जी तेरी। अच्छा भगवान तेरी मर्जी, अच्छा श्री राधे।
You set the string. You set it.
Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat. Namaskar to all. We are going to commence this morning's prayer with a few chants. Then we'll do our vandana, and after that, we get into our program. So first, if you're in your home, near to your altar, looking at your television, I would like you to join with me in reciting the Mahamantra Om at least 3 times, and surely it will help us to be connected. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Shantakaram Bhujagashayanam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gaganasadrisham Megavaranam Shubhangam Lakshmi Kantam Kamala Nayanam Yogi Virdhyana Gambhyam Vande Vishnu Bhavabhayaharam Sarvalokaikanaatham Om Narayana Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhiret. Narayanaya Vidmahi
Narayana Vidmahi
Vasudevaya Dhimahi
Vasudevaya Dhimahi
Tanno Vishnu Prachodayat.
Tanno Vishnu Prachodayat.
Om Namo Narayanaya
Om Namo Narayanaya.
Om Namo Narayanaya
Om Namo Narayanaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate
Om Namo Bhagavate
Vasudevaya
Vasudevaya.
Sri Krishnaya
Shri Krishnaya
Paramatmane Namaha.
Paramatmane Namaha.
Om Namo Narayanaya
Om Namo Narayanaya.
Om Namo Narayanaya
Om Namo Narayanaya.
Om Namo Narayanaya.
Om Namo Narayanaya.
While we are in our kitchen, those who cook, and you are preparing a very sattvic meal, you will have to do preparation. You get the ingredients, you cut it up, people say you chop it up, and you put it together, and then you start this very special meal that you want to prepare. So today, we want to offer to the Lord a very special meal. And that prasad is called our heart. And in order to get together the ingredients that is required for this prasadam to be offered to Narayana Bhagwan, these few mantras helps us to cleanse our thought. So we go again 2 times more. Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo Narayanaya.
Om Namo Narayanaya.
Om Namo Narayanaya.
Om Namo
रामाय रामभद्राय
रामाय रामभद्राय
रामचंद्राय वेधसे
रामचंद्राय वेधसे
रघुनाथाय नाथाय
रघुनाथाय नाथाय
सीताय पतये नमः
सीताय पतये नमः
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
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 लोकाभिरामं रणरङ्गधीरं
लोकाभिरामं रङ्गरङ्गधीरं
राजीवनेत्रं रघुवंशनाथं
राजीवनेत्रं रघुवंशनाथं
कारुण्यरूपं करुणाकरन्तं
कारुण्यरूपं करुणाकरन्तं
श्रीरामचन्द्रं शरणं प्रपद्ये
श्रीरामचन्द्रं शरणं प्रपद्ये
मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगम् इन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं मरयूतमुख्यं
श्रीरामदूतं शरणं प्रपद्ये
श्रीराम जय जय राम
श्रीराम जय राम जय जय राम
श्रीराम जय राम
जय जय राम श्रीराम जय राम जय जय राम
श्रीराम जय जय राम
श्रीराम जय राम जय जय राम
श्रीराम जय जय राम
श्रीराम जय राम जय जय राम
राम रमेति रमेति रमे रामे मनोरणे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं राम नाम वरानने
श्रीराम जय जय राम श्रीराम
सरोज रज निज मन मुकुर सुधारि वर्णव रघुवर विमल जसु जोदायक फलचारि तनु जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देव मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार जय राम मंगल भवन अमंगल हारी मंगल भवन अमंगल हारी प्रभु सुदशरथ अजिर बिहारी प्रभु सुदशरथ अजिर बिहारी जय हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई
जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई
जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई
जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई
जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई
जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई
मंगल भवन अमंगल हारी
मंगल भवन अमंगल हारी
प्रभु सुदशरथ अजिर बिहारी
प्रभु सुदशरथ अजिर बिहारी
मंगल मूर्ति मारुति नंदन
मंगल मूर्ति मारुति नंदन
सकल मंगल मूल निकंदन
सकल अमंगल मूल निकंदन
मंगल मूर्ति मारुति नंदन
मंगल मूर्ति मारुति नंदन
सकल मंगल मूल निकंदन
सकल मूल निकंदन
जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई
जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई
कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई
कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई
जय जय हनुमान गोसाई
जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई
कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई
कृपा करो
Jai Ram, Jaya Jaya Rama. This morning, I want to read half of a line of a shloka. This will be one of our topic for discussion. And there is a verse in the Hanuman Chalisa that correspond with Bhagavad Gita's verse. And that verse is, Prabhu Charitra tum veku rasya, Rama Lakhana Sita Manavasya. So we are going to talk about that this morning, and we are going to talk about bhakti and the different aspect of bhakti. It is said in a beautiful Hindi phrase that पूरे जीवन में हम लोग आईना को देखते हैं. It means that in our whole life we look at a mirror. This mirror that we look at, when we look at the mirror, eventually instead of do what is supposed to be done so the reflection will be clear, you're cleaning the mirror. Let us say there's a dark spot on your face, and you go in front of the mirror, you see that. Instead of cleaning that, you clean the mirror. So your whole life is left cleaning the mirror. You go back again, you clean. So it will not remove. When you go back, you will see the mirror is there. There's a bhajan that says, Mukhra kya dekhe darpan mein, tere daya dharam nahi man mein. What would you see in the mirror when in your life, in your heart, there is no compassion, there's no dharma? So for us to understand that the reflection of the mirror, what we see there is on us. It is what we project. That is what we see there. So if there is something on our face or our eyes or our body and, it doesn't look too right to you, then correct it while you are looking. Instead of looking at the mirror for correction, look at yourself, and you will find the correction for that. And what helps us? This is a verse of Vidur Niti. Vidur, as you know, he was one of the uncles of the Pandavas and Kauravas. And his Niti also mean political rules. And he tried you've heard Baba reading the Katha in the Bhagavad and Mahabharat, that he tried to do his best. And like Vishnu, he was rejected. So one of these verse that is recorded, that was said in the court of the Kauravas, it was mainly said to Dhritarashtra, because Dhritarashtra was a blind king. So the verse says, the Ashto Guna Purusha Deepayanti, Ashto Guna Purusha Deepayanti. Deepayanti means to have that light. And there are 8 qualities, Ashto Guna, that helps us to get that deep in our life. A man may be blessed with the power of sight, but his vision is not clear. That deep is not there. The deep will not help you only externally, but the deep helps you internally. So Vidurji continues to say, Pragya cha Kulaya cha Dhamma Shruti cha. He says, Pragyavan. You heard that in Gita so many times. That first, you must become a wise person. You must try to acquire knowledge. Not only to speak of knowledge, but you must try to utilize it when you have it. Arjun was, the Lord said to him that, Gata sunja gata sunjam nana sochati pandita. He spelled words of wisdom, but because of his emotion, he was in a different category. So pragyavan means that we must try to have wisdom, and with wisdom there comes kulatyatra, means the kul that you belong to, the lineage. This was a direct advice to Dhritarashtra. Try to respect that kul that you belong to, the legion, your family legion. And this was all to help to avoid the war to take place. So we must remember that we are born and we are Rishi Santan. We have come from Rishi. And because of this, we must try to respect that. That is a quality we must have. Explain here. Dhamma. Dhamma means control. We must have control. Smriti. We must try to read, study the Smriti. The Smritis and Shrutis are the Vedic texts that are there. And if that is not possible, then read some book, religious book, so that you can get knowledge. And it continues to say that self-control, knowledge, Smriti, the ancient books, Vala, you must have Vala. And you must be very vocal in your speech. Not to talk too much, but whatever you have to say, try to say it so that you don't hurt anyone, but you say what you think is right. And the last two words is Danam. Danam yat kinchita. Dan means charity, you give. But yat kinchita, don't try to give what you don't have. You may write a check today. You know the story of the man. Swamiji went to his gaon and he says, "Hey, oh Seth, I want to build a temple." And he said, "What do you need?" He said, "I need 25,000 rupee." So he wrote the check, he gave it to him. So this gentleman now, Swamiji, rushed to the bank. And when he went there, they looked at the bank, the check. There was no signature. So he came back, he says, "Sethji, daskat nahi hai." So he says, "Whenever I give Gupta Dan. I don't want my name to be called." So you don't do that. Yat kinchit. When we do puja, you'll hear Panditji, especially when we do like Nandi Shraddha and it is done very simple, we say Yat kinchit hiranyadanam. You give a little in space of items like grocery and kapra, dhoti, kurta, hiranyadanam. You give some money, Yat kinchit, what you can afford. So you must give dan, but you must do it Yat kinchit. And when you do this, then surely you will have what will come to you. If you follow these principles, you will have gratitude. You'll be grateful to what God has given you in your life. Kritagyata. So this verse is to tell us that there are the 8 aspects that is expected in us. When we have them, then we'll be able to see the mirror. Look at the mirror and see it's not the mirror is telling you that you're ugly, but you have to beautify. And you don't beautify the body, you can beautify all the time. But what has to be beautified is the mind. And when the mind is beautified, then what would happen to you? You will start to do bhakti. Bhakti, as we know, is Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Padasevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakya Atmanivedanam. Shravan is the first. We have heard this umpteen time. But I want to tell you a little bit from Ramayana. It is in Uttarakhand, just below Doha 44. That this bhakti that we heard of, that there are 9 steps of devotion, there are 9 modes of devotion, and there are so many different bhavas. Dasya bhav. You have Raja bhav. Raja bhav is when the Raja is passing. You see him and you're anxious to offer something to him. But you think you will be given an opportunity to go in the mahal and give him flowers or food? No. So that's not possible. You can only do Raja bhav when you see the king, you see this Swami of high nature, but you cannot go near to them. But the saints and sages has defined the different bhavas that are there in bhakti, and we are going to talk about one. Chaupai.
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
Bhakti Swatantra Sakala Guna Khani. Bhakti Swatantra Sakala Guna Khani. Vinu Satasang Ganapavagi Prani.
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
Punya Punja Jaga Mohina Duja. Punya Punya Jaga Mohina Duja. Manakrama Bhajana Prabhu Ke Puja.
मन क्रम बचना बिन पद पूजा श्री राम जय राम जय जय रामा श्री राम जय राम जय जय रामा
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama.
श्री राम जय राम जय जय रामा
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama.
श्री राम जय राम जय जय रामा
Bhakti Swatantra Sakala Guna Khani. Satasangana Pavadi Prani. Bolo Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Rama. So the word Swatantra means independent. This quality of devotion is an independent quality. When you are blessed and choose the path of bhakti, when you are blessed to choose the path of bhakti, then just understand that Sakala Guna Khani, being independent, it has all the gunas. It's like a minefield of good qualities. Not the mind that we have, but the mind that is in all these countries that have nice jewelry and gold mine and diamond mine. So too, this bhakti, it is independent and it has all the gunas together with it, and it is a mind where you can take as much. If you want to do Shravan Bhakti, you do Shravan Bhakti. You want to do Kirtan Bhakti, you do Kirtan Bhakti. You want to do Dasya Bhakti, you do Dasya Bhakti. If you want to do devotion through Dasya Bhav as a servant, Vatsalya Bhav as a child, Raja Bhav, whatever you choose, it is in devotion. So when we talk of Dasya Bhav, the first thing comes to mind, and we hear this so often, Hanumanji, Dasoham, he was a Das. A Das is not a servant. If you have a servant or someone is working with you, at the end of the week or the month, they will receive 10 or 20 rupees. It depends on how good the master is. So that's a servant. But a dasya is one who does service without expecting anything. Let us say you're planning a big function, a party, wedding, and your friends and family know about it. And they decide to come and help you. And at the end of it, you say, you know what? I don't know how to thank these people. But what you will do, he says, there's a thank you card, of course, and you will put a little, today the going thing is gift card. They didn't ask you for that. Now, that was not the required payment for what they have done, but you give it to them as a token. So that token that you give to them, in that category, that is called Dasya Bhava. But remember Hanumanji, he was given a priceless token, but he did not. We cannot be like Hanumanji, because he took the garland, you know what he did? He broke it to see if Ram and Sita was there. So when we do this devotion, this Dasya Bhav to the Lord, we must not expect anything, and we do it as a Seva Bhav. Dasya Bhav goes with Seva Bhav. Seva apna dharma hai, Seva hi aadhar, Satguru ki bani yagi, kar le bera par. Seva apna dharma hai. The dharma, our dharma is to do seva. And seva hi adhar. The adhar, the path that we should travel on, is seva dasya bhav. In Ramayana, other than Hanumanji, there's a classic example of the life of Bharat. Bharatji was given the throne. He didn't take it. He took the wooden shoe of the Lord and he placed it on the throne. He didn't sit on the throne. He didn't remain in Ayodhya. But because of the mental connection with Bharat and Sri Ram, the citizens of Ayodhya were very peaceful. They rule, they enjoy, there was law and order without a physical ruler. So Bharatji went to Nandigram. And while he was in Nandigram, he was doing bhajan, kirtan, Rama Japo, and so forth. So Bharatji, what he wanted, this Doha tells us, and this is what Seva Bhav is.
Bolo Ram, bolo Ram,
Ram, Ram, Ram, bolo
bolo Ram, 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 bolo Ram, Ram, Ram.
Dharmanaya ratan kamaruchi gatina chaho nirvan janma janma rati rama pada yah vardhan maya
Bolo Ram, bolo Ram, bolo Ram, bolo Ram, bolo Ram, 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 bolo Ram, 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 bolo Ram, 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 bolo Ram, Ram.
Dharmanaya ratan kamaruchi said, I don't want dharma. Now, dharma can be interpreted in so many ways. Institution in India, even in Guyana, or other parts of the world, they bestowed a title on someone. They said Dharmacharya. You're an achar of dharma. Then Dharma Ratna. You're a jewel of dharma. Dharma Sevak. And so many other titles. Bharat could have had the title as Dharma Bhushan. But he says, I don't want that. Nor do I want the dharma that comes with the four pursuits of life. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. He said, I don't want that. Dharma na artha. Artha means, to have. He had the kingdom and he refused it. Kama ruchi, my likeness, my longing is not for that. Not even nirvana. Buddhism talks about nirvana. We talked about having a special place in the region above, Vishnu Lok, Brahma Lok, Satya Lok. He said, I don't want that. But what I want, Janma Janma Rati Rama Pada Yahavardhana Nayan. Nothing more. Janma Janmantra. Life after life, birth after birth. This is what I want. I want to have that rati. My mati must be at the feet of the Lord. Yahavardhan. This is the Vardhan we have. And today is Purnima. When we do Satyanarayana Katha, we read the story of the woodcutter, Lakrihara. And we talk of Satanan Brahman. Satanan, after the puja, he says, Lord, I would like to get the material things because I'm a poor Brahmin and whatnot. But what did the woodcutter said? He says, Lord, I need nothing from you. All I want is that whenever I come again, I must be your sevak. And I must have the opportunity to wash your feet. And some school of thought says it was the boatman, the woodcutter reborn as the boatman, and he had the privilege of washing the feet of the Lord. Not easily. Remember, Bhagwan said, I would like you to ferry me across this river. He says, no. And the boatman says, Pahle paav pakharu, fir Prabhu Ganga par utaru. Allow me to wash your feet because it is your magical foot, the dust of your magical foot caused Ahilya, a woman who was in a stone form, to become a human being again. He says, my boat is made out of wood. And your magical foot can do many things. So it was the same type of bhakti that this woodcutter asked for, Bharatji asked for, and even Lakshman. Lakshmanji, he was awake all the time, was guarding the Lord, and he's the pole that flies the flag of Sri Ram. No matter how many dhwaja you have, but if the pole is not there, then, or the bamboo is not there, no one can see the dhwaja. If the devotion of Lakshman, Bharat, and Nishadraj is not there, then how can we do Dasya Bhav? We can only remember this when we talk about Dasya Bhav, Dasya Bhakti. So we'll do 1 minute of Nam Sankirtan, and I'll conclude my first discourse.
Sriman Narayan, 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 Sriman Narayan, 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 Sriman Narayan, 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 Sriman Narayan, Narayan, Narayan,
Narayan, Narayan, Narayan.
Bhajman
प्रेम से बोलो श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय।
तन तंबूरा तारुमन, तन तंबूरा तारुमन, अद्भुत है ऐसा, हर के कर से बज रहा, हर की है आवाज। तन के तंबूरे में दो, तन के तंबूरे में दो, सांसों के तार बोले, जय सिया राम राम, जय राधे श्याम श्याम, जय सिया राम राम, जय राधे श्याम। तन के तंबूरे में दो, तन के तंबूरे में दो, सांसों के तार बोले, जय सिया राम राम, जय राधे श्याम, जय सिया राम राम, जय राधे श्याम। तन के मंदिर में प्रभु का हुआ बसेरा, प्रभु का हुआ बसेरा। मगन हुआ मन मेरा, छूटा जन्म जन्म का फेरा, जन्म जन्म का फेरा। जगमग ज्योति, जगीर जगमग ज्योति। लगन लगी लीलाधारी से, जगीर जगमग ज्योति, जगीर जगमग ज्योति। राम नाम का हीरा पाया, श्याम नाम का मोती, जगीर जगमग ज्योति। प्यासी दो आँखियों में,
प्रेम से बोलो रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। Yesterday was Narasimha Jayanti. With the amount of murtis that we have included Bhagwan Narasimha. And we have a beautiful Narasimha temple where puja is done daily. Yesterday it was Swati Nakshatra, very auspicious planet. It is according to our calendar, it is in the month of Vaishakha, and it is the 14th day of the Vaishak, Chaturdasi. So, when we pray to Narasimha, then today is Purnima. Monday last was Sita Jayanti, and I think along the line was Nara Jayanti, some day too, I'm not too sure. But this occasion, when it comes, it is a reminder to us that Bhagwan will do anything that is possible to make us happy. And that is why people look at miracles, that things happen that they don't expect. And they says, I don't know how this happened. But if you are devoted to God and devoted to your duties in life, things will happen, good things, and sometimes there may be bad things. Bhagwan Narasimha, you see, in one of the verses of the Ramayana, this Chaupai, what it says, Meenakamat Sukaranarahari Vamana Parashurama Bapudhari Jab Jabanath Saral Dukha Pava Tab Tabanath Kashta Nivar Meena Kamat Sukar Narahari. We had the divine fish. You heard this katha so many times. But what it means that if you look at fish, that it's a low birth or whatever the case may be, but the Lord takes any birth. He took any birth that is required for his devotees. To save the seed of creation, he came as the divine fish. To restore the Vedas, Sukkar, the boar. And the tortoise helped for the charming of the ocean. And Narahari is Narasimha. So Narasimha Bhagavan avatar is a very special avatar. It says, Nath kaise Narasingha Rupa Banaya. The author of this bhajan is saying, I'm not going to sing it, because I only know that one line. Adha Rupa Dhara Prabhu Narasingh, Adha Singha Sahaya. That you have taken half form of a lion, and this half form of the lion is with a human body also. Why you took this Narasimha form? The Lord took Narasimha form specifically. There are not too much you can, if you read Bhagavad Puran, they will tell you about Narasimha culture, which you read for protection, for illness and so forth. But there are not too many like Krishna Leela, Ram Leela, Vaman and so forth. Parshuram, they're all limited. But Narasimha Bhagavan came specifically to help Prahlad. Not only to help Prahlad, but to fulfill the boon that was given by Brahma to Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyaksh and Hiranyakashipu, they're brothers. So the Lord took that form. You see, God, no matter if it's something that will be harmful to you and you ask for it, He give it to you. Because this is what you ask for. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's not harmful to you alone. It is harmful to the community. He gave it to you, but at the right time, He takes it back from you. So the boon was given, He misused His boon, and then the Lord appeared on a day like yesterday, in the month of Vaishak, in the home, the palace of Hiranyakashipu. And as He appeared there, He appeared from the post. Prahlad was asked, show me your God. He said, Father, Amme tumme kharga khamba me ghat ghat vyapera andhe pita tu kyun sochat nahi jaha dekho tahara mera Amme tumme kharga khamba me. This Prabhu, this morning, Pandit Tiwari ji sang beautifully about Narasimha, how Holika was destroyed and Prahlad came, and so the protection of Prahlad. So what it says, he said, He's in you, He's in me. Ghat ghat vyapi Ram. Ek Ram Dasrath ke dole, ek Ram ghat ghat mein bole. There's one Ram who played in the angan of Dashrath, and that very Ram, it is in all of us. Ghat ghat mein dole. So Prahlad, Hiranyakashipu says, well, Father, if you are a son, if you are telling me that this Ram is here, there, and everywhere, I would like him to see. He said that amme tumme kharga khamba mein, this khamba, and andhe pita, O Father, you cannot see him. Remember the shloka from Vidur Niti tells us that the first thing we must try to acquire is drishti, dibya jyoti. And when we have that dibya jyoti, then we will see God in every creature. We will respect the forests, we will respect the trees, the animals, because we know that these are all part of God's creation. Hiranyakashipu did not see this, and Bhagavan came. The post was broken open, Khambapara, and he appeared there as Narasimha Bhagavan. So Narasimha Utar tells us that no matter what sufferings we have, no matter what state we may be in, when we surrender to any aspect of God, there is an end to our problem. And this afternoon we will do Satyanarayana Puja. In doing Satyanarayana Puja, we remember Narasimha Bhagavan too, because one of the shlok, Amogham Pundarikakshang Narasimha Daita Shudhanam. He was the one who destroyed that tent. We pray to Vishnu Bhagavan as Narasimha. So we ask that as we remember Narasimha Bhagavan, we must try to seek happiness in our life. This very wealthy man had a party for his wife, a birthday party. Hundreds of guests there, all sorts of food, good food, bad food, all there. So one bright Alec got up and said, your husband makes you happy? So she said no. So there was pin drop silent there. This huge party, we can eat as much as we want and also have pack up, take away. And you was telling me this husband doesn't make you happy? So then there were glass were hitting and jumping and every toned down. So after the lady, this very special lady, saw that there was silence in the pit, what she did, she said, I can answer that question. You said my husband give me all these things, which is true. But the things that he gives me does not make me happy. I use whatever is given to me and I make myself happy. So man has to make himself happy. Everything is there for you, but it is given to you. Pani uska, bhumi usi ki, sab kuch usi mahanata. Na hai tera, na hai mera. Nothing. It's everything for the Lord. So then they realized it was an awakening that someone might give you something. Someone might try to harm you. Kauna ka sukha dukha karadata, nija krita karma bhoga sunubhrata. Sukha and dukkha comes when you have that understanding that I can make myself happy. I must make myself happy. No matter who and what I have in life, I am the one to do it. So when we worship Satyanarayana Bhagavan this evening, we sing this bhajan, Narayana Karunamai Sharanam, just one verse, and then we'll go to a short prayer to Mother. Narayana Karunamai Sharanam, So we'll do a few prayers to Ma Durga. But before we do that, we will sing Jai Jai Suranayak, because it's Lord Vishnu Day today, and it's Purnima. We haven't done this prayer a little while ago, and we ask that, oh Lord, Jai Jai Suranayak et Jana Sukhadayak. You see, the word Jan has a very meaning, it's a meaningful word. Jan means balak. Balak means children. And the affection that you have, or the compassion that you show on a child, a grown-up may not be able to gather, whether it's your husband, your wife, or your whoever it may be. You'll always find that when you get to a certain age in life, less care is given to you, and the children in the home, especially their grandchildren or whatever, whoever they are, they get that affection. So here the Lord, Tulsidas described him, Jana Sukhadayak. Jan also means a group of people, but you look at it from that perspective.
Jai Jai Suranayak जन सुखदायक प्रणत पाल भगवंता बहुत
हितकारी जय सुरारी
सिंधु सदा प्रिय कंता पालन सुधरणी अद्भुत करणी मन मन जाने होई जो सहज कृपाला दीन दयाला करो अनुग्रह सोई जय जय अविनाशी समदलवासी व्यापक परमानंदा अभिनत कोटितम जगत पुनीता मायारहित मुकुंदा जय लागी विरागी अति अनुरागी
जगत मोहन
वृंदा इसी वासल ध्यावहि गुण गण गावहि जयति सच्चिदानंदा जय सृष्टि उमाई जगत बनाई संग सहाय दूजा सो कर हुआरी चिंता हमारी जाने भगति न पूजा जो भव भय भंजन मुनि मन रंजन रंजन विपति भरूता मन बच क्रम वाणी
छानी सयानी
शरण सकल सुलझूना शारद सुधि शेषा विषय शेषा जापू नहीं जाना श्री दीन प्यारे वेद पुकारे प्रभु श्री भगवाना भव पारिधि मंदर सब विधि सुंदर गुण मंदिर सुख पूजा मुनि सिद्ध सकल सुम सरसयासुर
नवत नाथ पतिता
सीता राम 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 सीता राम राम
जानी समय सुर भूमि सुनी बचन समेत स्नेह गगन गिरा गंभीर भई हरण शोक संदेह सियावर राम चंद्र की जय शरणम प्रभु. So we are going to do a few prayers to Ma Durga. As you know that Mata is Simhavahini. She rides on the lion. And it is believed it is that Simha. It was Simha in the form of Mother Durga, and Lord Vishnu in the form of Narayan came as Narasimha. So we pray and ask Divine Mother. I would like to dedicate these prayers to Chacha Robin and Chachi. They have celebrated their 50th wedding anniversary without us yesterday. It's a milestone, and I know he's a bhakta of Mother, and we ask that God may continue to bless them to live, enjoy what they have worked for very hard in their life, and we know that his contribution along with Chachi is very, very important and recognized by all of us in this community. So we're going to dedicate these two prayers here, a few prayers to Mata, and then we'll proceed.
नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी
विष्णुमायेति शब्दिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो
नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी नमोस्तुते
या देवी सर्वभूतेषु मातृरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो
नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी नमोस्तुते
या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शक्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै नमस्तस्यै नमस्तस्यै
नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी नमोस्तुते
नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी नमोस्तुते
नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी नमोस्तुते
Brother Arjun, come say Arjun. Please. Mata Bhajan, yeah. Okay. Go ahead, Park.
शरण में आए हैं हम तुम्हारे दया करो हे दयालु भगवन दया करो हे दयालु
प्रभु चरित्र सुनवे को रसिया, राम लखन सीता मन बसिया. This is a verse of the Hanuman Chalisa, and what it says, Prabhu Charitra. Hanumanji loves to listen to the greatness of Prabhu. Whether it is Ram or Krishna, they are the same. Hanumanji was placed on the chariot of Arjun. The Kapit Dhwaj was flying there. So the charioteer was Krishna. And it was Krishna who advised the Pandavas to put Kapit Dhwaj there. Because Krishna knew. Krishna is Rama, Rama is Krishna. So what the Bhagavad Gita says in a short verse, line of a verse, Satatam Kirtanam Tuamam. Constantly one should do or sing my praises in life. Constantly. Satatam. So Hanumanji fits in this verse here because he says Ram, Ram. He said Ram, 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 Jai Sri Ram, Jai Sri Ram, all the time. And the Bhagavad Gita is telling you that you Satatam Kirtanam Tumam. So he is in the Ramayana and he's also in Gita. So it shows that how Hanumanji is very special to us in our life. He's not only a bhakta that portrayed Dasya Bhav, but he's like Bhakti Swatanta Sakala Gunakani. He had all the qualities to become such a dynamic person. And when we understand that he played a role in Ramayana and also in the Bhagavad Gita, in the Mahabharata, we say Jai Bajranga Bali. We are going to go into meditation, Gita Dhyanam, and then we do meditation.
पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेनाग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणी भगवती अष्टादशाध्यायिनी अम्ब त्वाम् अनुसन्दतानि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणी नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे पुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णम् पारिजाताय
श्रोत्रवेत्रे कपाले
ध्यानमुद्राय कृष्णाय
गीता अमृतदुहे नमः
सर्वो उपनिषदो गावो
दुग्धा गोपालनन्दना
पार्थो वत्सस्तुतिर्भोक्ता
दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत्
वसुदेवसुतं देवं
कंसचाणूरमर्दनं
देवकी परमानन्दं
कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं
भीष्मद्रोणा तथा जयाद्रथजला
गान्धारनीलोत्पला
शैल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहने
कर्णेन वेलाकुला
अश्वत्थामा विकर्णघोरमकरा
दुर्योधनावर्तिनी
श्रुतीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरणनदी
कैवर्तका केशवा
पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलम्
गीतार्थगन्धोदकम्
नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा
सम्बोधना बोधितम्
लोके सज्जन षट्पदैरहरः
पीयमानं मुदा
भूयत् भारत पङ्कजं कलिमल
प्रध्वंस्यं श्रेयसे
मूकं करोति वाचालं
पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं
यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे
परमानन्दमाधवम्
यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुत
स्तुनवन्ति देव्यस्तवे
वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः
गायन्ति यं सामगा
ध्यानावस्थित तद्गतेन मनसा
पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो
यस्यान्तन्न विदुर्सुरासुरगणा
देवाय तस्मै नमः.
So, we are going to go into meditation. Meditation is Dhyana Yoga, and meditation is very, very essential in our life. So, through our dhun, we ask that we can be placed in a position where we can talk to the Lord. Especially on full moon night, meditation is recommended to be done, and we will do it. Puja will start about 5:30, and we will do Satyanarayan Puja and we will do meditation. So let us go to Prabhuji now, and we ask him, Daya Karo. Prabhuji, Daya Karo. तुम बिना लागे सुना,
तुम बिना लागे सुना,
खाली घट में प्रेम भरो,
खाली घट में प्रेम भरो।
प्रभु जी दया करो,
दया करो,
मन में we go into silent meditation. And with this, we hope that we can connect to that energy that you will find in a temple and nowhere else. A place where puja is done, a place where bhog is offered, and so many things are done. That energy, the cosmic energy, flows here. And with this meditation, in advance, we like to wish a devotee in Guyana. They are very good supporters of our temple, great supporters, is Mrs. Aditi Prasad. That's not her right name, but that's what we know her about. It's Roop's Dharmapatni, Roopnath. Coming day in the week will be her birthday. So we ask God to bless her children, her husband, the entire family, that they may continue to do seva that they are doing in Guyana and in other parts of the world. We meditate upon that divine Lord. Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushti vardhanam
Urvaruk vivavandinat Vidyo mukshiyamamrita Asatoma satgamaya
tamaso ma jyotirgamaya
Asatoma satgamaya tamasoma jyotirgamaya
mrityurmamritam gamaya
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti
Bhakti ke deep jalawo
bhakti ke deep jalao
जीवन को स्वर्ग बनाओ
जीवन को स्वर्ग बनाओ
धरा से पीर मिटाओ
अमृत रस बरसाओ ओम शांति 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 ओम शांति शांति शांति
जीवन को नित महकाओ
जीवन को नित महकाओ
सब अवगुण को बिसराओ
सब अवगुण को
सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् सहना भवतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति 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 हरि ओम्. We have with us the Executive Vice President of our Mandir, Srimati Jayanti Rajkumar, and I will ask her to, our President is not here, Baba is not here, Chacha Robin is not there, so I think she is in the right station to bring us up to date with the program that she's involved in, and that is the dialysis clinic. As you see now, we have to make notes and send it to Janti so she can pass it on to him. That 2 week we missed the service, but most important too is the medical corner, as we call it. But he's doing medical job there for those who probably need it more than us. So Janti.
Thank you, Pandiboj. Namaste, everyone. Namaste to all of you here and to the viewers. Thank you, Pandiboj. I mean, he's the best next person to Dr. Dubey, while Dr. Dubey is not here. Thanks for the melodious voice with you and Auntie Tej. We really enjoy it, although we miss Baba. So yes, we do have the dialysis gala coming up on May 28th. Please come out and support. As you know, Dr. Dubey is there right now doing the good deeds, and you know, we want to continue to save lives there in Guyana. It's a good cause, and I urge everyone to come out. Also in June, we have quite a few things going on. The mental health workshop. I don't remember the date, but it's in June. We'll keep you posted. Check the website. Mental health is health. And after COVID and what we've been through for the past 2 years, a lot of people, we need to have this conversation going. Also, we're thinking about, as we didn't celebrate Holi, to have Holy Summer to end the school year for the children and the youths, and to start the summer off. That would be the last Sunday in June after service. It would be like a mela, but outside. And then the summer camp is in July, from July 11th to the 15th. So the spaces are filling up really, really fast. We already have nearly 100 kids. We have a great theme, Hinduism and science, and we also have the mentorship program that goes together with the summer camp. So get your kids involved, get your youths involved. Vishnu Mandir has good programs to offer everyone, and we welcome you to join in and support all the programs as we support you and deliver our services. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Janti. We were probably one of the only temple that had the full summer camp and Balvihar online for the past couple years. And this is because of the hard work of the teachers, Janti. And we had summer camp and we had spring camp. But we're going to have it in person now. And I hope that those who like the program, we have had this for so many years, but because of COVID, we had to stop. But stop in the sense that they were not here, but we are doing it. So I do hope you will support these worthy cause. Today's food, you know who sponsored the food? Pradeep, I don't know that. Yes. I'll ask Panditji to sing one verse of a bhajan, and then we go. Ek pad bhajan. Yes, the people do the puja there. You can ask them in front.
Hare Om Shyam Sundar se Shyam सुंदर से जिसका संबंध है, उसे हरदम आनंद ही आनंद है, उसे हरदम आनंद ही आनंद है। प्यारे प्रभु जी से जिसका संबंध है, हो उसे हरदम आनंद ही आनंद है, उसे हरदम आनंद ही आनंद है। राधे कृष्णा राधे कृष्णा, राधे कृष्णा राधे राधे, राधे
कृष्णा राधे कृष्णा, राधे कृष्णा राधे राधे।
झूठी माया से करके किनारा, झूठी माया से करके किनारा, लेके सच्चे प्रभु का सहारा, जो उसकी रजा में रजामंद है, जो उसकी रजा में रजामंद है, उसे हरदम आनंद ही आनंद है, उसे हरदम आनंद ही आनंद है। श्याम सुंदर से जिसका संबंध है, उसे हरदम आनंद ही आनंद है। राधे कृष्णा राधे कृष्णा, राधे कृष्णा राधे कृष्णा,
राधे कृष्णा राधे कृष्णा, राधे कृष्णा।
होलिका के गोद में बैठे जब भी प्रहलाद थे, लकड़ियों को रख रहे चारों तरफ जल्लाद थे। भस्म कर दो लफ्ज हिरणाकुश के उनको याद थे, फिर भी कोई गम न था। नन्हे भक्त बड़े दिल साध थे। कृष्ण 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 राधे राधे, कृष्ण कृष्ण राधे राधे, कृष्ण कृष्ण श्याम।
Today's Pretty Bhoj is sponsored by Rohit Dhawan. These are two names of cricketer in India, and they're not doing very well, but they're not. This gentleman is not related to them. They have prepared prasad, and we thank them. And you go down and take your prasad when you're ready to. When the service is over, now we will have the Hanuman Chalisa, and then we'll conclude.
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज, नीच मन मुकुर सुधार। बरनो रघुबर विमल जसो, जो ढाईक पल चार।
बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके, सुमिरो पवन कुमार। बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहे, हरहु कलेश विकार।
जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर, जय कपीश तिहु लोक उजागर।
रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा, अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा।
महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी, कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी।
कंचन वरण विराज सुवेशा, कानन कुंडल कुंचित केशा।
हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे, कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजे।
शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन, तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन।
विद्यावान गुणी
बढ़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरत सम भाई
ओ सहस बदन तुमरो यश गावे अस कई श्रीपति कंठ लगावे
सर्गाधिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीषा नारद शारद सहित अहीशा
यम कुबेर दिगपाल कहाते कवि कोविद कई सके कहासे
तुम उपकार सुग्रीव कीना राम मिलाए राजपद दीना
तुमरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भई सब जग जाना
युग सहस्र योजन पर भानु मिलियो ताई मधुर फल जानो
ओ प्रभु मोदिका मिली मुख माही जल्दी लग गई अचर जनाही
दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हारे देते
राम तुम्हारे दूर तुम्हारे हो दिल आजा बिन पैसारी
सब सुख लहे तुम्हारी शरणा तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना
आपन तेज समारो आपे तीनों लोक हाकते गावे
भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे महावीर जब नाम सुनावे
नाशे रोग हरे सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा
संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे
सब पर नाम तपस्वी राजा तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा
और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे सोई अमित जीवन भर पावे
चारों युग पर ताप तुम्हारा है बरसीत जगत उजियारा
साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे
अष्ट सिद्धि नवनिधि के दाता असवर दीन जानकी माता
राम रसायन तुम्हारे वासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा
तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे
अंत काल रघुबरपुर जाई जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई
और देवता चितना धरहि हनुमत से ही सर्व सुख करहि
संकट कटे मिटे सब पीड़ा जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा
जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई
जो शत बार पात कर कोई सुनई बंद महासुख होई
जो यहाँ पर हनुमान चालीसा होई सिद्धि साकी गौरीसा
तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा कीजे नाथ हृदय महडेरा
पवन तनय संकट हरण मंगल मूर्ति रूप
राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसो सुरभूप सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय
We would like to extend to Minu Sharma and the late Jitu Sharma for the success of Radha Sharma. She is admitted to UFT, University of Toronto, to do medicine. And that's not an, it's a very, very, to get in there is not easy. And she probably is one of the few, child from our Mandir that got into UFT to do medicine. The other things, yes, I'm sure, but I'm subject to correction. But we should congratulate her and her parents. Although Jitu is not there, he probably blowing his flute at a high tone from above so that she can hear it. Today is also my grandson's birthday in Florida, Ishao, and I'm a part of the sponsorship of the food. I wanted to do it for this afternoon, but it was already taken. But I know that any little something is good. I hope that God bless him. I won't be seeing him next week. He's not coming, but I'll see him later in the year. Tomorrow will be Lachu's birthday. Lachu passed away, Omo's husband. We cannot forget these people. Lach has done quite a lot, and we remember him fondly. And this brings us to the end of our program for today. We'll do Sitaram, Sitaram. I hope I didn't forget anything, and then we'll conclude.
Sitaram, Sitaram, Sitaram kahiye, chahe vidira ke Ram, chahe vidira. Mukh mein ho Ram naam, Ram siva haath mein. Tu akil nahi laye, Ram tere saath mein. Vidhi ka vidhan jaan, हानि लाभ सही चाहे मेरी आगे राम चाहे मेरी रही किया अभिमान तो फिर मान नहीं पाएगा होगा प्यारे वही जो श्री राम जी को पाएगा आशा त्याग शुभ काम कर रही चाहे विधि राखी राम ताहि विधि रही महलों में आके चाहे झोपड़ी में बास दे चाहे विधि राखी राम ताहि विधि रही आशा एक राम जी से तुझे आशा छोड़ दे नाता एक राम जी से तुझे नाता तोड़ दे साधु संग राम रंग अंग रंग रही राम रस त्याग प्यारे राम रस गए श्री राधे गोविंद जगत मन श्री राधे श्री राधे गोविंद जगत मन श्री राधे जय जय राधे राधे श्री राधे जय जय राधे श्री राधे जय राधे ओ श्री राधे श्री राधे गोविंद जगत मन श्री राधे श्री राधे गोविंद जगत मन श्री राधे वृंदावन में राधे राधे वृंदावन में राधे राधे नंदगांव में राधे राधे नंदगांव में राधे राधे बरसाने में राधे राधे बरसाने में राधे राधे विष्णु मंदिर में राधे राधे विष्णु मंदिर में राधे 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 राधे
वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, सतगुरुदेव की जय। नमः पार्वती पतये हर 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 महादेव। आरती, and you take your prasad.
ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे भक्त जनों के संकट दास जनों के संकट
को मैं घूमती ओम जय जगदीश हरे दीन बंधु दुख हरता ठाकुर तुम मेरे
अपने हाथ उठाओ
द्वार परम तेरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे
विषय विकार मिटाओ पाप हरो देवा
श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ संतन की सेवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे
तन मन तन सब है तेरा स्वामी सब कुछ है तेरा
तेरा तुझको अर्पण क्या लागे मेरा ओम जय जगदीश
ॐ त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ द्यौः शान्तिरन्तरिक्षगुं शांति पृथिवी शांतिरापः शांतिरोषधयः शांतिः वनस्पतयः शांतिर्विश्वे देवाः शांति ब्रह्म शांति सर्वगुं शांति शांतिरेव शांति सामा शांतिरेधि गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। बोलिए श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय। महालक्ष्मी विष्णु भगवान की जय। श्री महालक्ष्मी नरसिंह भगवान की जय। श्री महालक्ष्मी तिरुपति बालाजी भगवान की जय। धर्म की जय हो अधर्म का नाश हो प्राणियों में सद्भावना हो विश्व का कल्याण हो। हर हर महादेव।
बार बार दिन ही आए
बार बार दिन ये गाए तू जियो हजारों साल
ये मेरी है आरज़ू
हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू हैप्पी बर्थडे डियर केशव हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू हैप्पी बर्थडे डियर केशव हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू
हैप्पी बर्थडे केशव
श्री राधे।
जय श्री राधे।